Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've been here with you. We have been traveling the globe and actually just arrived home about dinner time last night, so we're still kind of working through some jet lag. If any of you have traveled very much outside the U.S., you know that jet lag is very, very real. So I'm just going to wait for a minute here to see if anybody jumps on with me. Make sure I'm broadcasting from the right place. I think I am in my business page. So, and I'm actually right on time, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. So, you know, what they say is that when you're going through time zones that west is best and east is a beast. And I can tell you, when we flew west to go to Hong Kong, we never really skipped a beat. You know, we arrived late. No, we arrived at breakfast. That's right. We had breakfast was our first meal there. Hong Kong breakfast is amazing. So our first meal, that was our first thing. We dropped our bags at the hotel. We couldn't get. We were not able to get into our room early because we got there at like I think 9 or 10 in the morning. And so we dropped our bags at the concierge, and then my son had met us at the airport, which we were very grateful for, helped us to figure out where we were going and everything, and had hired an Uber to get us to the hotel. So we dropped our bags and then set out, and we spent the whole day just touring and doing fun things. We couldn't get into our room till 3 o'clock. Then we unloaded everything, unpacked our bags, and then we went right out, went to dinner, went to bed early that night and never skipped a beat. Coming the other way, having gotten in last night, we did go to bed really early because we were tired. We hadn't slept on the plane really much at all. And so went to bed at like 8:30. Yeah, I was up at 2:30, hungry, ready for dinner. Of course, you're still on the other time zone. So Hong Kong is 14 hours ahead of us here in San Antonio. So yeah, we left on Wednesday. We traveled for 24 hours and we came home on Wednesday. So still wrapping my head around that. Took a nap this afternoon, hoping to go to bed early tonight and maybe we can, kind of ease back in. So, but I'm really glad to be home. We had an incredible trip. I have to tell you, I thought that when we went to Hong Kong, it was going to be a one and done trip for me. I'd even told several people that, my son moved there. I'm thinking, that part of the world doesn't have a ton of interest for me. We fell in love with Hong Kong. We didn't expect to, but we really did. So, and of course our son is there and his girlfriend. So, and she's a serious girlfriend. So I have a feeling we're already plotting a trip, but I think it's going to be over a year before we get back there. So it is card making time. It is good to be back getting into the swing of things. Good to be home. Went to the grocery store today, got some work done today. We got everything unpacked last night, so laundry's been going today. We're getting back into the routine. So thankfully, before I left for my trip, I had actually cleaned my studio quite a bit. I can't tell you how nice it was to come in this morning and think, oh, holy cow, this is pretty clean. So what I did right before I left was we left on Monday. Saturday, I had my monthly card class. So I'm going to work most of those projects with you tonight, and I do have an ordering special if you would like these packets. So I just wanted to come on and say hi. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down and we're going to get to do some stamping together. So here we go. Oh, I'm giving you the ceiling. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's my host code, and you can see that right off the bat, we are going to be working with Artful Amaryllis. I love amaryllis flowers, always have a big painting of one in my kitchen. So whenever I see anything with the amaryllis, that makes me very happy. My mom used to love to get the amaryllis bulbs during December. So that's kind of a nice little tie-in to family and childhood memories. So, okay, now I've got here. Okay, now I can see, okay. So, welcome, welcome. Now I can see all the comments. So, thank you for the welcome home. Corinne, welcome. And Kathy and Chrissy. I'm so glad to have y'all with me tonight. Kelly, thank you for the well wishes. You're such a sweetheart. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. So, let's see where we're going to go. So we are going to start with Artful Amaryllis. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to start with something else. I just did my video today for Card Club. So Candy's Card Club this month, I have lots of love-inspired projects, and this is using, here we go. This was released in November, the online exclusives, and I really love this Hearts of Elegance. Love, love, love the fonts here. Love the fact that you do have a Be Mine and a Happy Valentine's Day, but lots of other fun greetings. Love the stamps on this. The dies are to die for. Holy cow, look at how many. Now, mostly, obviously, we have all these great hearts, but this little flower and these leaves I used a lot. These dies are fabulous. This is going to be great for scrapbooking. Look how big these hearts are. This one is huge. And this one, love the stitching in them. This is my favorite. So let me show you the projects and the details of Card Club. You do get a half a pack of this coordinating designer paper. Love, love, love this paper. All the reds and pinks. I think Stampin' Up! Used every red and pink that we have in our palette. Now, for me, I typically don't use a ton of red in my stamping. I do love pinks. I like red, but I like it in pops of color, not like whole swaths of red. So I incorporated some other pops of color to kind of calm some of this down and bring in some freshness. So you do get a full pack of these lovely, lovely self-adhesive. They're little brass hearts. They're a lot of fun to use. They're super flat, so perfect for mailing, perfect for scrapbooking too, because they are so flat. So let me show you the projects. These, you do get 8 envelopes with my Card Club. And let's see. So, you know, with Card Club, I do 2 each of 4 designs, but, well, they're actually 8 designs. So let me show you. But I do them in pairs. So here are my Valentine ones that are definitely Valentines. You can see this stitching. Now, all of these die cuts are done for you. And then there's my pops of color. And I used Summer Splash is one of our new in colors. And I think it really brightens things up and keeps it from being too heavy. Now for these, I went kind of hog wild with colors and really brought in some of this gorgeous grape. Just super fun. My heart belongs to you. I can give this at Valentine's or any time. Got some texture going here. And then here is the counterpart, bringing in that crushed curry. Love that bright freshness. And I love the fact that after, you know, especially after the holidays when we've been using so much red, I loved kind of venturing out into some bright colors. And here, again, bringing in some pops of color. So there's that, I like that Love You. Isn't that pretty? It looks like you hand wrote it. So much fun. And then I always do 2 fun folds, and this is just super, super cute. I love this XO. I can send that anytime. This will make a great anniversary card, kind of a thinking of you. And then I do love this Summer Splash one with all that brightness, with the Melon Mambo. Oof, I'm really love the way these came out. So that is open for registration. And if you are a Card Club member, you get all of that in the mail, plus the PDF tutorials for just $42. If you are a non-member, you can get that for $46. So just a reminder that as a member, you can unsubscribe at any time, but after 6 months, you do get a really nice goodie bag. And I get a lot of positive feedback about my goodie bags. Okay, so we are going here. And like I said, I do have some project packets for these if you would like to put in. a $35 order. I do have packets for you. These cards, these stamps I had left out on blocks so that when I got home they would be ready to go. So my sample for this card actually went missing. Well, it's not missing. It's somewhere here in my studio. Just haven't located it yet. So for this card, this first card we're going to do with Artful Amaryllis. I love, love, love these stamps. Now, I didn't even use the dies on this card. The dies are great, but I love a really solid stamp set. And this one is definitely that. Super fun to use. It's two-step stamping and lots of fun. Now, these, I used a lot of these this year. These are the, I think they're called, I'll get it wrong, gold. Let me grab it real quick because I have it right over here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, with some bits and pieces. These are the brushed gold cards and envelopes. And so they're item number 162177. If you want to add those to your order, you get 20 of them. And I think they're like $10. They're dirt cheap and beautiful. So they were out of stock for a long time this year. And as soon as they came back in, man, I swooped in and grabbed them while I could. Let's see. Okay, things are falling out. What I love about these is they're printed on both sides. They're a lightweight, so they're perfect for mailing. And then look at all that gorgeousness on the envelope. So, oh, Kathy, thank you. I'm glad you like my goodie bags. Okay, and thank you for those of you who are sharing my video. You know, Facebook just likes that. It's all about the algorithm, and I don't even know what that is, but I just know that the social media platforms really love it. Okay, so let's start with creating our amaryllis. Now, I am going to stamp the outside image, the outline, in Early Espresso. You know, anytime I want something that is a little bit softer, I will either then black, because typically we do these things in black. I will use either Early Espresso if I'm wanting a warm color, or basic gray if I'm wanting a lighter or a cooler color, I should say. Oh, I just messed that up. Let's see. That was kind of in my way. So the artwork on this is just perfect. Look how crisp and clean that comes out. And I think, should I do this? I think I'm going to do this in the brown as well. Let's see. I think on my original I did this in red, but I have a photo, but I can't find my original. So, and this tag, honestly, I could probably use a different tag, but I had a whole bunch of these already cut out and thought, okay, that's, whoopsie, sorry. That's going to work for my card. And this is a great stamp set for actually not just Christmas. If you look on the greetings, we have sending happy thoughts. Love that. And then you have a thanks and a hello and you made my day, because these flowers you could definitely send any time of year, but especially amaryllis are much more, you know, people think about them in the wintertime. Okay, so now we are going to bring in these leaves. Now this is where it gets fun. So this is a two-step stamp, and I am going to just go right on the top here. This is kind of in my way. It's catching. Okay, there we go. I need a little more room. This has like little lines in it so that it looks like watercoloring. Isn't that pretty? I love it. So that is just old olive for the leaves. And then there's another, yes, there's this other little, these little buds up here I'm going to also do in green because they haven't opened. And then I'm going to do something really unexpected. So when I was doing this card class, my Saturday card class, we do 5 cards, and they're all different. And I had used all my red ink pads. And so I was like, well, I want to make a red amaryllis. What am I going to do? Because I didn't want to have to be sharing ink pads back and forth between baskets. It just gets a little bit hairy, and I don't like to do that. So I actually pulled out my Melon Mambo. Now, you would not think that Melon Mambo would work on this, but let me tell you, it actually works great. And I'm still going to use red accents because this is my little accent piece here. This paper, yeah, I can't even go into, we have a lot of stuff on a last chance list. I have printed it, have not gotten my head around it yet. All of that was happening as we were finishing up our trip, and I'm still figuring it out. So once I get it more figured out, I will share more with you. I did share the list. See how that comes out? It doesn't even look, it looks more red. Even this is Melon Mambo. So that works swimmingly for my project here. Let me go ahead and clean this. Now I am going to bring in a little bit of Wink of Stella. So like I said, I do have card packets for my card class projects. And if you would like to place an order with my host code, which went somewhere, then where did I put it? Well, I'll put it at the top of this. Oh, here it is. I'll also put it at the top of my video. So there is my host code. So I'm just going to hit the petals with some Wink of Stella. I will say that when I did this card at class, it was one of the class favorites, which surprised me a little bit because I love amaryllis, but I'm not sure everybody else does, although they sell them a lot. But you see, that is just, I mean, in just a couple of minutes, you have a beautiful, beautiful image. Now, all I'm going to do, because you really don't need to do a lot here, I am going to pop this little bit of red here. And I just used a little, I think it's like a 4x2 piece. And that is going to give me just a little bit there. And I need to make sure I have enough room for my tag because it's a little bit large for this, but it kind of works. So I went with it. You know, sometimes not every element of every card can be perfect. You just have to be, if you like it, and I wouldn't make it. I would not mail a card or give a card that I didn't like. I cannot do that. But, you know, done is better than perfect. And I have definitely embraced that and recognized that sometimes, like I said, this card I thought was pretty, but I really love amaryllis. I was a little bit surprised that so many people at my class really loved this card. Let's see, is that going to work? Yeah, let's bring it over a little bit more. Oh, actually kind of looks cute if you, I can't pick it up. No, we won't do that. We will just do it like that. Leave a little bit more of that red sticking out. And then this is going to be popped up on dimensionals, which of course I don't have in front of me. Let's see, here we go. They're actually where they're supposed to be. It's a banner day. Oh. Here we go. I've already got some cards in the making for sending to Hong Kong. Thankfully, I actually already had some overseas stamps. And our son, one of his friends, Patrick, who works in the restaurant downstairs in the same building with my son, both those restaurants are owned by the same restaurant group. So Patrick and Tim have become good friends, and they end up sharing product back and forth. It's like, hey, do you have some extra lobster? I mean, it's kind of funny. But Patrick has been a really good friend to Tim. He's been in Hong Kong for quite a few years. And before that, he was in Japan. He's a cool guy, and he's an American. And so we had gone to dinner with him. I think it was the first night we were there. Went and got dim sum with him. It's just a lovely guy. And then he and his fiance invited us to this very fancy dinner. Or actually, it was lunch. We tried to do more lunch because, you know, eating super heavy late at night just doesn't go well for us in our old age, as it were. But they invited us to... my glue dots, to this dinner at or lunch at the Grand Hyatt. It's a very fancy place and very expensive place, and they treated us, and they'd never met us before. So I definitely want to send them a thank you. They're just the sweetest couple, and they're getting married in April. So I've already got plans for a card that I can send across the ocean, and I'm going to love doing that. And I'm going to send them a Christmas card. So a thank you card, a Christmas card, and a wedding card are all in the plans. So now I thought, because we have a lot of red here, again, this is Melon Mambo, but it looks very red with this card. I just thought that it would be great to bring in some gold. So these are the gold, what do you call it? These are the gold self-adhesive dots, something like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to probably end up putting too many dots on here, but we're going to make it work. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm trying. That's okay. I'm gonna have to redo these. Let's see. Now that one has to stay because it's left it sticky behind. This is the one I think that's going to be the problem child. Yep. Yeah, I think I got too many dots, which you would not think. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's because this is over a little bit too far. So couldn't find my original, so that's my new one. Okay. So there's card number 1, Artful Amaryllis. And I know this stamp set is on the last chance list, which is taking the place of the clearance rack, among other things. So, like I said, I don't have that totally figured out, but I will let you know when I do. Now, I'm not going to show you this one because I actually did a separate video of this, which I will post on here later tonight. So this was also, these were the 2 fan favorites at card class. This is what I'm calling open book fun fold. Love, love, love this fold. So this was introduced to me by Karina, my 12 Weeks of Christmas friend. And I used this exact fold for my card club in November. So these are the 2 I did for November. And this is using the Nests of Winter paper, and I can't even think of the bundle right now. And then this one, which was actually my favorite, or I should say one of my top favorites. It doesn't have the birds in it, which I love the birds, but I love this hinge effect. And so I wanted to do it with my favorite Petal Pink. And this was just a fun card. This was super fun to do, and because you have to kind of figure out where all of your designer papers are going to go, but it's a great way to showcase designer papers. Now on these 2, I did all designer papers, and on this one, I made that front panel into a stamped piece. So that is super fun. I will share that video with you. And again, it is also, because this is the base of your card, it's pretty lightweight for mailing, and I love it. So those were the 2 fan favorites. Now let me just show you. I think, let's see, in my little box of tricks here, I've got my other little cards. So this one was just super quick and easy. So I did already stamp the Peace on Earth there. And this is the tag from the Greetings of the Season. Now, Greetings of the Season is an online exclusive, and I am happy to say they are not on the retiring list or the last chance list. I have to get my lingo changed around to go with kind of the new way that Stampin' Up! Is doing some of these things. But I love, love, love these, the dies from Greetings of the Season. Love they're actually really good greetings as well. So this is a super quick and easy one because we're going to put that there. And then these are pieces left over from my Stamp-A-Stack. And these were all pieces from the Rustic Christmas, which is actually an Advent type, kind of a countdown to Christmas. But I just loved the dies in it, and there's so many that you get. So I actually created a Stamp-A-Stack by mail with those that went down extremely well, and I had quite a few of these little dies left. So I thought, well, let's make a really super quick and easy card with that. So again, you can get all 5 of these card packets sent to you. They will go out Monday with a $35 order using my host code. If your order goes up to $50, I will include an embellishment. So let's add another little bow here. Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat all of a sudden. So that is just going to go there, and it's got enough gold on the card and enough gold on the ribbon, but I don't think I'm going to add anything else. It's a little high. Okay. So that means we're going to bring this down just a little bit. Okay, that's better. Peace on Earth. Isn't that pretty? And see, it has a little gold in the center. So, I mean, this is super, super quick and easy. So there is card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Now, this one, again, I'm just going to assemble because thankfully, my helper at my card class is Lisa. She does amazing help for me. And when we were cleaning up, she said, I had some extra card kits, and she said, do you want me to stamp some of these for you? And I went, heck yeah, that's going to help me put these together. So this is going to go on the inside, and I will show you. I wanted to utilize this super fun reindeer paper, but I didn't want to use the stamps and the dies. They're super fun to use, but in a class setting, sometimes I find things that have a lot of little pieces can be a little bit challenging. So I don't remember, maybe somebody else does, if this embossing folder, love, love, love this embossing folder. I think it's called Forever Plaid or something like that. I don't know if this is on the last chance list. I hope it's not. I hope it's going to stay around. This would be great for, I'm thinking that right there would make a great St. Patrick's Day card with that plaid and the green. I think it would be great. Now, see, I went through and I just cut the paper to where we'd have a couple of these adorable. Now, you could even do this. Super cute. Ay. But I kind of want that on there because I want those candy canes. Okay, so this paper is adorable. This is the reindeer paper. And I have to, I will always be upfront, transparent with you. I had bought the bundle for this and I never cracked it open. I just had so many other things I was working on and didn't get that done. C'est la vie. I will find a good use for that bundle. Probably end up being a prize. I have a single day retreat Saturday at the church. I'm going to have all day with a group of ladies, and I have a feeling that bundle just might go into my bingo. One of the things I do at my retreat, single day and weekend, is I do a free bingo for my ladies, and that's very popular. They love that, and it's going to be great to have a day to catch up with some of my creative peeps, and I'm actually going to be working on my Christmas cards while I'm there. So that is going to go there. Let me just, yeah, let's do that. And let's flag this. Now, I know this is no longer available. This is an old punch that I adore, and I use it all the time for flagging. So it's just quicker for me. You can just snip these with your paper snips, but yeah. I was like, when they retired that, I was like, why? Why are they doing that? Okay, so I'm going to pop that right there. On my original, I had this straight, but I thought, well, you know, why not just have a little fun here, make it a little off kilter. And I want to bring in, these came back into stock, then they quickly sold out again. I'm telling you, people go mad over these little, but there's a reason, you know, they are just stinking cute. They're really, really nice quality, and you can't even see that there. They're super nice quality, and they're really flat for mailing, for scrapbooking. So yeah, it's like, how can you not love it? So this is super cute and whimsical, and there you go. You had me at peppermint. Merry Christmas. So, and then my 5th card, I actually showed, oh, there's my original on that. Oh, I did, okay. So let me show you my original is actually better. So, so we used the gold here and the red. Okay, I actually like that better. Okay, so that's the one I'm going to show you when I'm doing this. Oh, okay. So here's card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, card number 4, and, oh, here's card number 5, which I demonstrated for you before I left. So that is Saturday card class, which is also going to be your packets. If you would like them, you get these by mail with a $35 order right here. Now, I will have some inspiration sheets for these, so it'll have the measurements and it will have the supplies, but of course they're all showcased for you, the demonstration. They are showcased by video. So this one I demonstrated for you tonight, and this one and this one. This was from last week, and I will link all of the videos so that you have them together. And then this one I will publish. And yes, the peppermints are carrying. They sold out. I didn't finish my sentence. They sold out, but they're coming back in. So, but I want to say it's the end of December. But I'm thinking those little peppermints are going to be super cute on Valentine projects as well. So, I mean, they're red and white. How can they not? So there you have it. 5 different stamp sets and 5 cute cards. You could, of course, easily put a thank you on several of these and use them as thank you cards. But, you know, I always find that if I have a few extra Christmas cards, I'll send them out or pass them out when I'm out and about with people, just as a random act of kindness. So that is it for tonight. Don't forget, here is your host code. $35 order will get you all 5 card project packets. And don't forget, Candy's Card Club is open for registration, and it is all about love with Hearts of Elegance and the Marbled Elegance paper. Super fun projects, lots of bright, fun colors. And that is it. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will upload this on YouTube. If you would give me a heart, I would appreciate that ever so much. And of course, I love to see your comments, and I go back and read them, usually that evening, sometimes the next day. Believe it or not, I'm trying to get back in the gym routine, so I will be heading there later tonight. It's the way I like to end my day. So that is it for tonight. I will be here next Thursday for Thursday night stamping, and I will be, because I'm back in the saddle and I have much better Wi-Fi access, I will be sharing quite a bit as I catch up here on facebook.com/sweetstamper. Of course, my blog is sweetstamper.com, and you can find everything on my blog and all the links to all the places. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. and God bless.